Mark Victor Hansen is one of the quintessential motivational speakers in the nation today. He's also the co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. For more than 25 years, Mark Victor Hansen has focused solely on helping people and organizations from all walks of life reshape their personal vision of what's possible. And his latest book is The 1 Minute Millionaire. Mark, welcome to Making It.
Nelson, thank you for having me. I'm honored.
You have so much going on, and our time is kind of tight, and I'm going to leap right into it. I look forward to your responses. Now, The 1 Minute Millionaire is a title that sounds intriguing. What's the premise behind the book?
Well, we wanted to create 1 million enlightened millionaires in a decade and have them all give $1 million back to their church or their charity or their philanthropy, and no one's ever done that. And so far last week, our students are up $92 million and gave away $4.7 million, so I think that's really working.
That's a humble start, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they can go to our website, Millionaire Hall of Fame, and they'll go, whoa. And people say, well, do they really give? Well, they listed 478 charities, and, you know, if somebody says they gave $5 to the Salvation Army, I'm going to believe them. I don't know where you're at, but I believe them.
Well, I know there's over 100 one-minute techniques you suggest in the book to help build wealth over time. What are some of your favorite techniques out of the many in the book?
The easiest one, the Millionaire Aha, is just save $1 a day. Can you save $1 a day?
Maybe.
Well, over a lifetime, that's 25 grand, but at 10%, it's 2,750,000. At 20%, it's $1 billion. Just $1 a day. And so we got a lot of people getting very rich. That's the long, slow route. Now we got a fast route. So we can talk about both.
You know, you touch on something that many people mistake, and that is that the surest way to become wealthy is to help other people become wealthy. I read that a long time ago, probably in Think and Grow Rich. Is that part of your thinking?
Totally, totally. One of my heroes, obviously, is Andrew Carnegie, who taught Napoleon Hill, who we talked about. And you go into his house in 91st and 5th Avenue. It's now owned by the Smithsonian. And the first line he's got on the wall, here's a guy with a third-grade education that was the richest man, says, no one can get rich without enriching all others.
Enough said on that. Why do you think that combining nonfiction with fiction, the format of your book is kind of unusual with the instructive side on the left and a fable, a fictional fable on the right. Why do you think that's the best way to convey your information?
We want to give people double the value. We want to give you 2 books for the price of 1, which we did. But the right-hand side gets your right brain going, and it tells this great story about a lady who loses everything. Mr. Evil takes it away, and then in our movie, we hope it's Maya Angelou, who I think is the premier speaker. I did her PBS show a little bit with her. But Dr. Angelou, you know, is doing this Enlightened Millionaire seminar, and the lady comes and says, oh, please, please teach me, because this guy's such a money ogre that if I could buy my kids back, I'd get it. So that gets your brain going. And then the left-hand side just teaches you step by step how anyone can do it. Everyone can do it. There's 1 million ways to make $1 million, and there's one right, perfect, and acceptable way to every viewer you've got watching this show today.
I've had the book for some time. I've been reading it, and I might throw in there that a dose of discipline is necessary to realize
Correct.
Many of those things that you put there.
And also a dose of team. A team gets you your dream.
Other points you make in the book are the 24 principles of wealth. You call them the ahas. Talk about that for a moment.
Well, everyone's got to live below their means, which is really hard in America. And we say you ought to have plastic surgery, meaning you ought to cut up your credit cards and keep a debit card so you keep floating. And then the most important thing is you got to invest in appreciating assets, not in depreciating assets. Your automobile, as great as it is a depreciating asset, your own home is basically not an asset builder. You got to, if you're going to do real estate, and we teach 4 money mountains, you got to be doing a house a year for 10 years, get financially free, and get a cash flow of whatever it means to you, $5 grand a month passive. We want you to have a massive, passive, permanent, and growing cash flow, so you're free. Isn't that the goal in America, to get freedom?
That should be for everybody.
I think so.
You know, fear plays a part in everybody's life, I think, at some point or other. And you say that 97% of people live in fear, and that's why they are unmotivated. What's the best way to overcome fear in relation to business or the kinds of achievements that you outline in the book? We
teach everyone to wear a little rubber band, and we'll even send it to you if you go to my website, markvictorhansen.com or 1 Minute Millionaire. And a rubber band, every time you think a negative thought, like, I haven't got the money, you go, ow! And you start telling yourself, I'm rich, because you were born rich. You're born with 18 billion brain cells. You got to make the decision in consciousness, input it into the subconscious to make the provision. You're born rich. Now, you may be temporarily short of money, somebody out there watching, and I've been there, you've been there, everybody. Maybe you haven't been there.
I've been there.
Everybody's been there, right? Everybody hangs on by their fingernails once in a while. I mean, as you and I are talking, I went bankrupt 30 years ago. My partner, Bob Allen, went bankrupt, and he lost more than I did, thank God. No one wants to lose. He said, and it was his, $250 million or his family, and he said, God, couldn't you have done it just for $1 million or something? And taught me a little lesson.
The time is short, unfortunately. I could talk to you for hours and hours and hours. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Let's do it again.
Indeed, I look forward to it.